Today we're going to be taking a look at the Good Smile Company Figma Enter the Dragon Bruce Lee figure.
We're here to play our part, getting through every day.
So what is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today I'm bringing you a review of the Figma Bruce Lee from Enter the Dragon. I believe that's what movie this figure is based off of. And Figma did a very nice job on this piece. Bruce Lee is an icon from all the characters in his movies. My favorite is Game of Death, so I'm hoping we get a Game of Death Bruce Lee figure from SH Figure Arts, actually. But anyway, let's start the review off first with the packaging for the Bruce Lee figure. So for the packaging, pretty basic for Figma. You get red and black for the coloring of the box, looking pretty nice. You get the window right there. It says Max Factory, Good Smile Company, warning, blah 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 blah. Figma Action Figure Series, product number 266. Bruce Lee, Bruce Lee, Bruce Lee, 75th Bruce Lee, saying Bruce Lee a lot of times. And then the bottom of the box, you get a cool image of the figure, and then it says the same thing as the front. And the top of it, same thing as the bottom. And then the side of it, you get a cool image of the figure, and then it says the same thing as well. And then the other side of it, you get another cool image of the figure, and it also says the same thing. And then the back of the box shows a bunch of different poses you can get the figure into, along with the accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure open and take a closer look at the icon Bruce Lee. Alrighty, so let's take a closer detailed look at Mr. Bruce Lee here, and I think Figma really did an outstanding job on this piece. The paint and sculpt, very well done throughout the entire figure. The hair sculpt is pretty damn good. It's just one flat black color, no paint shading in it, but the sculpt work on it is very nice. And then there's the back of the figure, nice sculpt work on the muscle definition. We get paint shading all throughout the skin tone and the pants, so I like that they did that. And that hole right there is the peg insert for the stand that Bruce Lee comes with. See, nice paint shading on the arms. And then the chest and the abdomen right there, nice paint shading, sculpt work. The chest piece and the back is like a softer rubbery type plastic, and then this is a harder plastic. I mean, if you're familiar with Figma, it seems like they do that a lot with their figures. I mean, I haven't owned a lot of Figmas, but I remember the Captain America was like that too. But nice paint shading all throughout it up there, and then the pants over here. This is the one thing I don't really like. This weird separate piece. It's a softer rubbery type plastic, but it looks like a damn diaper. Like, that just looks weird. That's the one thing that really bothers me about this figure, this like diaper piece. But nice sculpt and paint work on it. You get black around the waist right there. Nice sculpt work going all throughout the pants. And then we get some nice paint shading. A lighter and a darker blue. I really love the way they sculpted the bagginess of the pants. It's the back right there. And just that little sculpt work around the knees and the lower leg, that just looks awesome. Then it gets tighter around the ankles, and we got his socks right there, and then the Kung Fu shoes. I remember I used to have to wear those when I took Kung Fu. They're actually pretty comfortable. And then we get white for the soles and the bottom. I mean, overall, they did a very, very nice job with the detail on this Bruce Lee, so I'm very satisfied with that. But anyway, let's continue on. Now for the accessories, you do get a Figma stand. Not really crazy about these. You got to take it out the bag and put it together, and it does peg into the back of the figure, so you get a Figma stand. That's cool. You do get a bag that you can put all the accessories in. I never really cared for this much. I just leave it in the packaging of the figure. I know some people like this though. And then you also get 3 interchangeable faces. You get the one that comes on the figure out of the packaging, which is, I guess, the basic face sculpt for this figure. His eyes are looking off to the left. He has kind of like a serious look on his face. It is sculpted and painted very well. The way you interchange the faces, as you see, you split the hair right down the middle here. You got to pull it off. It's kind of a pain to do it, and then you just unpeg the face, peg in a new one, and then put the hair piece back on, and it's simple as that. So you get that interchangeable face. And then you get this one right here. Kind of looks like he's whistling, but I think this is the face where he's like, whoa, or whoa, doing, you know, his famous weird sounds that he does in his movies. But it is sculpted and painted well, so I'm glad that they included this one. And then the last one is, I think, the funniest Bruce Lee face that he makes in his movies. It looks like he's in pain or he's about to cry or something, but it's I remember in Enter the Dragon, he stomped on the guy's chest and he just made this face. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? But it's cool that the Figma included this one because it is a classic Bruce Lee face. He almost does it in all of his movies. And it is sculpted and painted very well. So nice job there. Those are the interchangeable faces. And then you also get 10 interchangeable hands. You get a pair of fists, which are sculpted and painted pretty darn good. Is it focused? Yeah, it is. They did a pretty good job on it. So you get a pair of fists. And then you get this thing that holds all the hands. Figma always does that. You get a pair of gripping hands for his nunchucks, which are sculpted. I think they are painted. I'm not sure though. Actually, I don't think they are. But they are sculpted pretty well. And then you get some open hands, which I like a lot. Get a pair of those, sculpted well. And then you get, these are... If you have Enter the Dragon or seen like the posters, you know how he's holding a pair of nunchucks. He's got one handle resting right there and then the other handle right there, and he's holding it like across his face. So that's why they included these hands right here. And then you get the famous martial art like Bruce Lee stance hands right here. So that's cool that they included those. So you get some pretty cool interchangeable hands with this figure, and then you also get my favorite of the accessories. You get a pair of nunchucks, 2 nunchucks right here, and I really like the way they did these. You get black for the handles, just a black plastic, and I like that they gave you a real chain, and he does hold them perfectly fine. So very cool that they gave us 2 nunchucks with this Bruce Lee figure. I like that a lot, and those are my favorite accessories out of everything that you get with this figure. But anyway, that is everything included with the Figma Bruce Lee. Let's keep moving on. Alright, so for the height of Bruce Lee, he stands exactly 5.5 inches tall. And then here he is compared to the DC Icons Green Lantern figure and the Hasbro Marvel Legends Ben Reilly Spider-Man figure. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts First Order Stormtrooper figure and the SH Figuarts Darth Maul figure. And then here he is compared to some more martial artists, the SH Figuarts Krillin figure and the SH Figuarts Piccolo figure. And then here he is compared to another martial artist and a psychopath, the SH Figuarts Awakening Warrior Super Saiyan Goku figure and the SH Figuarts Broccoli figure. Yes, I know his name is Broly, but anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's continue on with the rest of the review. So now for the articulation, his head only looks up a little bit. It does look down a lot better though. You get some very nice pivot there and some swivel. You get a point of articulation under the chest, goes forward about that much, but you do get a little bit of a gap, and then it goes back about that much, and you get an ugly gap there, so you might want to hide that. You do get a little bit of pivot, and it does swivel as well. The waist goes forward and back. You get a very nice pivot at the waist, and it does swivel, so nice movement at the waist and the torso. Now the shoulders here, I'm not too crazy about the articulation at the shoulders. You get a nice armpit joint, but they only go up about that much, so a little more than 45 degrees, but you can tuck this piece under and have it go up about 90 degrees, so I guess that's cool. You do get up and down movement, no bicep swivel. You're gonna have to do it at the shoulder here, so that's how you have to do that. And then you get a single bend at the elbow, bends it a little more than 90 degrees. You get swivel, a little bit of swivel in there as well. Now all the hands, they do swivel and they're on hinges. And the legs, this is what I think the best part of the articulation is. He kicks forward pretty much all the way, and that is a must for a Bruce Lee figure because he is a martial artist, a kung fu master, and they go back a decent amount, and then they kick out to the side a lot more than 90 degrees. He could do the full split, so that is definitely cool that they have really good leg articulation for him. And they do swivel up there as well. You get a single bend at the knee. You can swivel it a little bit also. And for the ankles, they go up a very good amount, and then they go down pretty much all the way. You do get pivot, and you really don't get much swivel. I mean, that's the most disappointing part, I think, of the articulation, but other than that, they really worked in the movement very nice on this piece. But overall, I do recommend the Figma Bruce Lee, especially if you're a die-hard Bruce Lee fan. You will not be disappointed once you have this in your collection. And I do believe this is the first high-quality, 6-inch scale Bruce Lee figure that has been made, even though he's 5.5 inches tall. Wish he was a little bit taller, but the scale of him is fine. But it's just great that we're getting 6-inch scale Bruce Lee figures now. And I really, really hope that either Figma or Tamashii Nations keeps making more Bruce Lee figures in the future, especially a Game of Death one. So I definitely recommend it. I think the SH Figuarts Bruce Lee figure will be a little bit better, but this one really is worth it, and it's just a dope piece to have in your collection. It's freaking Bruce Lee. You get some really great accessories included with this Figma Bruce Lee. You get the nunchucks, which is definitely my favorite, interchangeable hands and faces. That's always a big plus for me. And you do get the stand as well. So you get some pretty cool stuff with this piece, so I'm happy with that. The articulation is pretty darn good on this figure. The two things I didn't like though, the ankles, they really can't swivel at all, so that kind of bugged me a little bit. And the shoulder, I don't like what they did with it. There's no bicep swivel, so that was a bit annoying. And when you try to get his arm to go out to the side, you gotta like finagle it up by the shoulder in order for it to go up higher. So that was a bit annoying too, but other than that, he really has some great movement, especially at the legs. And just the rest of the articulation was really worked in beautifully. And the detail, I think Figma really did an outstanding job with it. The paint shading on the skin tone and the pants was executed very well. And wherever it's painted, it's nice and clean, no paint smudges or paint bleeding, so that's always good. They did a great job on the sculpt, the hair looks great. I really dig how they did the bagginess in the pants. I think it looks incredible. And they did capture the likeness of Bruce Lee pretty good. I think SH Figuarts got the likeness down a little bit better, but Figma still did a very good job with it. And if you would like to get the Figma Bruce Lee for your collection, he does retail between 40 through 55 bucks depending on where you purchase it. I got mine from agelessgeeks.com, so you could check out the website, or you could join the Ageless Geeks Facebook page and get it on there as well. But anyway, that is my review of the Figma Enter the Dragon Bruce Lee figure. Hope you enjoyed my review. If you want to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and favorite the video too. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, just give it a thumbs up anyway, because it's Bruce Lee. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. So what is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today? Damn it, all his movies, Enter the Dragon, Way of the Dragon, Enter the... what the heck? So, okay movement on the arms, I'm not that too keen, not that... Let's continue on with... Let's continue on with the rest of... What the heck? And I do throughout the skin tone and the pants was very well... damn. Wherever it's painted, there's no paint smudging or paint bleeding anyway, what? Anywhere. Damn you.